Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, bass players around the world, bass players from Pennsylvania, bass players from Detroit. Welcome to the Basement. That's BASSMINT. And we got a bass player. I can't wait to interview this guy, man. I cannot wait, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I got a story with this guy that I have with no one else. Nobody else. And tell us your name, sir.
Clifford Jones, CJ in the middle.
Okay, Clifford Jones, CJ in the middle. We call this man CJ. Before I start asking you some questions,
Man, don't give me the business.
Before I start asking questions, I want to introduce everybody else that's here. We got with us, tell us your names.
Tracy Renee.
And next to her,
Paul Williams.
Paul Williams, bass player, son of one of Paul Williams, right? Because your name Paul Williams Jr., right?
Yeah.
So that means that
Paul Williams Sr. of
Is
the
your-
Temps was my father.
the
Yes.
the Temptations, one of the original Temptations.
Yes.
I used to claim y'all out as my family. You know, my last name Williams too. I used to say, yeah, that's my uncle.
We are family.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So on my plug hand side, let's introduce this lovely couple.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
Chris, a bass player, a Pittsburgh bass player. He's been all kinds. You've been a OBP, a PBP, Oklahoma, OCBP, Oklahoma City. Oh, you've been bass player because he in the military, helping serve our country, keep us safe.
Yeah.
And so we get he all kinds of BPs, so bass player.
Anywhere that'll have me.
And next to him, tell us your name, James.
James, for me.
James for me. And hanging out in the back, tell us your name there, Reggie.
Oh, he just did.
Reginald Canty. and thank you for letting us use this basement as always, brother.
All right, no problem.
And next to him, Gordon, tell us your name.
Gordon, the bass pimp Spencer.
Bass pimp.
Bass Pimp.
You feel me?
In the house.
And he does wardrobes and all kinds of stuff for bass players.
And I get out wardrobe sometime too, but that's another whole thing.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. And then next to us, tell us your name, Emery. Emery, our young up and coming bass player. Sorry about that, CJ. So look, so man, look, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I used to live on a street called Carlisle, and in my backyard in Inkster, Michigan, in my backyard, his backyard was facing my backyard. So we grew up like from kids. He's a little older than me, but we grew up from like kids, and he was playing the bass, and then I was playing the bass, and then he would come over to the fence and show me a few things. He was like one of my first idols, you know what I'm saying? Because he was older than me. You know, when you're young, he come find out he ain't that older than me, so he ain't my idol no more. Because I thought he was much older. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I was just cool.
yeah. But he would hop over the fence and come and show me some things, and I go hop over the fence and go listen to him and his band and stuff. And then of course I left for 40 years, and I come back in 2011. And then ran into him again at this Inkster whatever it's called, Inkster all class reunion. And I ran into him. It was like close to 40 years that I hadn't seen this cat. And then since then, he been hanging out at some of the events we have, like the Bass Day. And then last week, I finally got to see him play and kill it up there on that stage, sounding like a true veteran who ain't lost a beat. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, and one of the things we talked about, I know I'm rambling and stuff, but one of the things we said when I met him in 2011, I was like, I said something about him always carrying his bass. He said, I take my bass everywhere. And then he said, don't you? And I felt so bad. I felt so bad because I don't take my bass nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so after hearing him last Saturday, I was like, that's what I remember. it's like it's no problem for him on that bass. It's not a problem at all. So, so now I'm gonna ask my first question. When did you start playing the bass and why?
I really don't know, because what it was, my brother had a guitar. Got a guitar for Christmas one year. And I don't know what, we were young, and he sat it down one day, and I just took it and took a couple of strings off of it and just started playing bass on it. So then I played bass on that. I just picked it up, and then I got me in school, my big history book. I would put 4 rubber bands on there, and so I would play the bass in class all day long with my history book. And so I guess I should have been about, I'm thinking like the 7th grade is when this all started. And I didn't ever take lessons. It's like my father played bass, my uncle played bass, 2 of my uncles played bass, and I just picked it up and started playing it. I just played it, and I don't know how or why. I just played it.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, I guess.
So you've been playing for a while now. I know y'all don't like dropping names, man, but just tell me some of the people that you had the pleasure of playing bass with.
Well, the most famous person I played bass guitar with is Gordon Spence over there, bass pimp. And he would come by my house and give me lessons, and that's pretty much the marquee bass player. That's the biggest name that I've ever played with as far as I'm concerned, because you know, it's not about the star power based on what the media says. It's who you respect as a person, and that's my man there.
Wow, thank you.
Right.
That's who I played with.
And the crazy thing is, like, since we've been doing this, Gordon's been hanging out with us and all of that kind of stuff, and it's been like 6 years now, maybe 7. And I had no idea until we was talking on the phone one day, and you mentioned his name. I was like, wow, the small world, you know what I'm saying? So you used to be over there on
Carlisle. I'm Burton.
Yeah,
My cousin.
Burton Court.
Yeah. And when I would come over there, and my cousin Mike, him and CJ were real tight. So I met CJ. I mean, we hit it off right away. And when we were living in Inkster, when we first started coming to Inkster, it was mostly just trees and frogs.
Yeah, your houses wasn't even there. The house you was living wasn't even there.
It wasn't even there yet.
Yeah.
So, and I knew CJ for years, and we kept in touch, and then we lost touch, and then we got back in touch. And he's a great player. He's a funny guy. He's always interesting. And he called me up one day out of the blue. It was like 11 o'clock at night. When the phone rang late at night, like, oh, what's going on? I go, hello? Gordon. Hey, man, I want you to teach me this Marcus Miller lick. It goes, broop, broop, broop. So I grab my bass. I'm trying to think of what it is. So I finally figured out what it was. I go, you talking about this? He goes, yeah. So I had to come to his house and show it to him, because he wasn't going to take it on. No, don't tell me on the phone. No. You got to come to my house.
Wow.
And that's my man at 50 grand right there. So
So that was crazy. Finding that out.
Silence your phone, please.
No, we keep it ghetto here, man. So that was my sister today, her birthday. So I
Happy birthday.
I just lied to her and say that I was teaching a lesson. So I'll go over there a little bit later. But look, man. So look, like I said, that's cool. Acknowledgement for him that you giving up to Gordon Spencer, who was the bomb diggity in the, what was the Black Planet? I mean,
Brothers from Another Planet.
Brothers from
Yeah, we still play.
Brothers
Brothers from Another Planet.
Brothers from Another Planet. Y'all gotta check them out. They the first in living color. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned. So look, some of the stuff I was asking you about. What kind of basses that you play, man?
This is Ibanez 6-string, and I bought it at Guitar Center, but when I bought it, I told the guy I didn't like the way it felt, and so they sent it back to Indonesia and redid the insides and redid the neck so that this bass don't sound like the rest of them basses. I say, man, this bass sound cheap, and they was like, so they said, what you want me to do? I said, send it back and tell them. So they sent it back, and they had the little conference call. So I got away with it on this one. So I like this bass now because it's got some things in it.
Yeah. I got a 6-string too, Ibanez. Only thing I don't like about it is the strings are so close. I mean, I like that the strings are close together, but when it comes to thumping, you know, you gotta really.
Thump on it.
Huh?
I don't like to thump on it because God told me a long time ago that a lot of the tricks that you learn, they really, you know, you learn how to do them. You do all that stuff, but they don't get you no gig.
Exactly.
No.
So, you know, I play the bass. When you hear a guy like, I don't know, like Stanley Clark's and all those guys, when they playing on the solos, the guy that's playing the low notes, that's the instrument I play. I play the bass. I don't play that other instrument. So I don't thumping to me is something that took a whole lot of people that weren't good and made them good. Because they could move this hand real fast, but they couldn't do nothing with this hand.
Right.
And I was like, wow, so now this guy's like good all of a sudden. And they cheated. And so, you know, I don't knock it. I use it when I have to because some songs it requires a pop every now and then. But for the most part, this is good for me because I don't like thumping anyway.
But
Just learn how to do it though.
You know, CJ and myself, we had a conversation about this not too long ago, and when I told him this, he started laughing. I said, "It's overdone and corny."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, yeah, and you voice your opinion online often, brother.
That's what I'm trying to keep it straight.
Yeah. So look, so
I should just leave the room.
So you've been a solid bass player for many years, right?
Pretty much.
And I cannot remember the name of the group that you currently play with.
Cast Iron Cornbread.
Cast Iron Cornbread.
Yeah, we rock. We straight rock. We start out. We open with stuff like Melissa Etheridge, and we close with Iron Man. We play everything in between them. We do it all.
That is awesome, and
Google it.
yeah, okay. I've been to your page. I hadn't got a chance to listen to nothing but a little bit. Okay. But again, just the solid folks. I'm just saying, this is what you call a real solid bass player.
I thank you.
You know what I'm saying? A real solid bass player that I've had experience of growing up to learn from when I was a kid. I forgot what I learned from you, but I just wanted to just get you in this basement and thank you, man. Oh, I forgot all about that. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of them. That was one of the things that we required from us was to play pow on the bass.
Willie Weeks.
Willie Weeks. Yeah, I got to do that live once at United Styles, man. Yeah, that was another requirement.
Love it.
Yeah, that was one of the first bass solos, along with Bob Babbitt's Scorpio. Yeah, those were like the first R&B-ish bass solos, man. I never forget those, man.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do. That was what we used to work with back in the day, man. I thank you, but like I said, I ain't want to keep you, man. But if anybody else have any questions for this solid bass player that's been holding down for...
Don't give me no questions about gauge on strings. I don't know what the hell a pickup is. I just play this damn thing. They got people go to school to do that. I get on stage, ask that guy behind the snake what all this other stuff is. I just play the bass. So no questions about, I don't know. Don't ask. Okay, now any questions?
You know, one of the things about CJ's playing is that I've always told him, and if you ever listen to CJ play, it's just solid, just solid. It's like syrup on pancakes. I'm giving one of my own lines, but it's like syrup on pancakes, because if it's not there, you're gonna miss it. As soon as he stopped playing, you miss it automatically. The band's smoking, he stopped playing one note. You're like, what happened? And then he stopped playing and go, oh, okay. And that's what a bass player is. That's what a bass player is.
Yeah.
That's the gig.
Gordon is very opinionated about bass players. When they start getting outside of that range of what we think, most of us think a bass player is, they get out of that range and start doing all that snazzy stuff, he will let them have it, man.
You find out in your career that the better you get, the better the musicians you play with are. So you get better now, the piano player is better, the drummer is better, and everybody wants to show off. So if I don't play the music, ain't nobody playing it. So somebody has to play the music, because the drummer is solo and he's splitting his sticks in the air, the piano player got his foot up. Somebody got to play the damn music. So I hold it down.
Talk about the importance of having a drummer that knows about the one. Doesn't that make our job easier?
If a first of all, the drummers actually think that they run the tempo, and they don't. We do.
Yep.
We keep the tempo, we keep the pocket. So if the drummers play on beat, we create a pocket. And a pocket is that in between the beat type of feeling. If you listen to a song and you're doing this, it's on beat. If you listen to a song and you're doing this, it's in the pocket. And that's what we do. We make that pocket. If the drummer can't just get to one, basically, he got to go. You know,
Have you ever played with that kind of drummer?
I've played a set with a drummer like that, and he had to go. It's not, you got to go, man. You know, because all you got to do is just play the damn drums. You know, and if you're a drummer, you can't do that. You're not worth your time. You know, change instruments, sing. I can pat my foot. I used to put a piece of paper on my foot, and pat it so the paper make the noise, and you can get the hell out of here. It'll kill you, because you up there, you know. Now when you performing, you're not you're on stage. You got to dance through the whole song. You know, you got to keep the crowd going, and then the drummer drop the beat. Now you old, so you really can't catch back up with your dance moves. It's like, dude, you thrown off the whole thing. The audience don't know when to clap. He got to go, so you get rid of him. You don't do another set with him, because with this day and age of the TV, the video phones, and everything that people have, you just one bad video away from blowing your career.
That's right.
And so, you know, because people are recording everything you do, and you got this drum out there that, man, I was on stage with this dude, and my guys when all this said, bro, we putting this on YouTube, and they just bust out. I was like, please don't do that.
I just hope we're not talking about the same drummer.
I don't speak his name. Nigga.
Yeah, I won't either.
Yeah. Oh no.
I always said, me as a singer, as long as I got my keyboard and my bass player, I'm good, because the drummers I've been dealing with.
Well, we really don't like singers. Next.
You may not like them, but I like them.
We really don't like singers.
Man, let me roll out.
You know, the worst thing you can do is let a singer know that you can play it in another key. Every song got to change key. You know, now that you can do that, you know that one song we've been doing for 40 years? Then you could make it a little bit lower. Don't never let them know you can change keys. Then they ruin it forever.
Too late. I know now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, some musicians don't mind transposing.
We don't mind doing it. It's just singers, they
sing the rehearsal in D, and then you get the gig, I want to do it in D flat.
Yeah. Or E
What
flat.
changed?
No, not with this bass player.
Oh.
You got to be in the key that he gonna do it in. You know,
strong
will
waist players.
transpose.
yeah, he will
I don't have
transfer,
a
but
problem
for the
with
most part, we singing in his key.
As long as everybody's in the same key, I guess that's all it's important. Because, you know, when you break it down, nobody knows. If I was to tell people, I tell people all the time I'm the best bass player in the world.
Yes, you do.
And they say, what do you mean the best? And I say, I'm the best in the world. I did a show one day. I was in the studio. Mike Powell was recording. And he asked, it was me and this other guy sitting next to each other. And he said, the other guy, he said, you play bass? And the guy said, I'm all right. He asked me, I said, I'm the best in the world. He said, well, you come on with me. You know, you spending $150 an hour. You don't want nobody coming in the studio that think they just decent. Then my theory is this. The average human can name probably 10 bass players. The average bass player can name maybe 50 bass players. We got 7 billion people on the planet. I'm 51. If I'm the worst out of all the people you know, I'm the 51st best bass player on the planet. Because you can't name 50, I'm 51. Now, how many of them can you call up? Well, you know, I can't call him. So as they dissipate as far as that phone book you got, my stock goes up higher. So normally when I'm at a place, I'm the only bass player there, and hence I'm the best in the world.
I ain't mad at that, man. As well, you should think that you're the best in the world.
No two bass players play the same. Nobody down here can play like I play, and I can't play like nobody down here because bass is a feeling, it's an emotion. And I'll be playing all of a sudden, my hands do shit and stuff, and I look at it on recording like, oh, I did that, because I don't even know what I'm doing myself. So you cannot possibly play what I'm about to play, because I don't know what it is. And so I couldn't mimic anybody else. You know, we got this same structure, but you know, tone is what bass is to me. I got to see guys playing it, and they just putting their hands on the notes, but and they make everything they doing with the buttons and stuff. And we didn't have buttons. You play with your fingers. You know, and you play, you put that bass down, and that's what you do. Yeah, best in the world.
Yeah, that.
Period.
Guess I'm just dog.
I
learned that too, man.
Not y'all.
I'm dog doo-doo. All 12 of my
Every player in the room.
I've sat down with this man for many hours, and we just sat and talked. And when I leave, my stomach hurts, my head hurt, I'm crying because, and he tells a lot of truth when he talks, but it's just the way he delivers it. It's like Don Rickles on bass. Boom.
I ain't cutting my four fingers
my
off,
heart
dog.
breaking for you. Oh well.
I had one time I had an epiphany once. Stanley Clark used to play a limbic bass. Still does. He still plays it. And I went to play Olympic, and I wanted to purchase one because I wanted to sound like Stanley Clark. And when I played it, I realized the only way this Olympic is going to sound like Stanley Clark is if Stanley Clark plays this bass. You know what I mean? I ain't going to never sound like him. I don't care what kind of bass I got. And that's when I realized everybody on bass, you can get 5 different people on the bass to play something easy like My Girl. No pun intended, but
Right.
you get five bass players to play do 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 do, and each one of them is going to be different.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can put the same bass in each one of their hands, and it's gonna be different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's why I tell my brothers, don't compete with me, because I'm not competing with you. I'll show you what I got, and show me what you got. I'm stealing even when you ain't showing. You know, because it's all about tricks. We play the same song, but you gotta know a trick every now and then thrown in. You just play the song, you know. And if I see you doing a trick, I'm gonna put it in it's gonna be in another spot. I'm gonna use it. Like,
That's right.
hey, that's Anita Baker. Wait, what? Yeah, and I'm gonna throw it in because you know it's how I feel.
Well, I
It's
just
my
stole a few licks from you already.
yeah, I know. That's what they're here for. You know,
But you know what though?
imitation is the best form of flattery.
Back when we were teenagers and stuff, man, I noticed bass players were kind of hiding what they were playing. It's like they didn't want you to see. When they knew you was a bass player,
It was more competitive.
yeah, they didn't want you to see what they was doing. They had hide tactics when they played. Did you notice that?
I never hung out with. This is the thing. I don't hang out with particular instrumental people. If I go to a show and it's 7 bands there, I'm not gravitated to the bass player. Who's ever at the bar talking to chicks, that's who I'm dealing with. So normally I don't even meet bass players because they want to talk about strings and speakers. I don't know that kind of stuff. So I have never had bass players not show me anything because they can't help but to show you, because you know, with us being so self-righteous as bass players, we all got to just every now and then they see another bass player, they gonna just do something just to impress you anyway. So they showing you when they don't think they are.
Right. Okay. So I I ain't want to keep you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a question that I have to ask you. Who are some of your bass players, favorite bass players, or guys you listen to, or might have influenced you growing up and all that kind of good stuff?
3 bass players. Yeah, I ain't gonna say Ray Brown, but 3 bass players. Willie Weeks. What's the dude that played for Maze?
It's a couple of
Oh,
them.
Maze or
Maze. Maze. Bam.
Oh,
Frankie
yeah.
Levin's bass player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
And Verdine White.
And Vernon.
You know, and that's because we got solid bass players in Verdine, you know, we got entertainers also. You know, because to me, if a person just wants to hear the music, they can stick a nickel in a jukebox. They want to see something. And Verdine White, he would go on the stage and flying across the air, you know, so I like to perform when I'm on the stage. And then Frankie Belly's bass player, I just don't know how he does it. Because he just boom, doom, boom, doom, boom, boom, and then he'll just put something, and you don't even know that he's doing it. I mean, it's just so smooth and unorganized chaos that it's just beautiful. And then Willie Weeks, just you can't, you know, anybody that plays bass that ever heard him or plays bass and haven't heard him and listens to him, anybody that plays bass and don't be impressed by what he's actually doing, you're not playing yet. And don't try it because it just look easy.
Yeah, folks, one of my favorites, Willie Weeks, is Everything is Everything by Donny Hathaway. Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Okay, look, man, I ain't want to keep you there. So look, is there anything that you would like to say in closing?
Yeah, this is the new one.
Yeah,
Gen 2.
I really wish that a lot of people would start playing another instrument because I ain't getting enough gigs. Why don't y'all start playing your other instrument? You said something the other day that just amazed me. You said nobody that you know playing bass is playing the instrument they started out playing. We all start out playing something different. And I was like, wow, I don't even know nobody. I don't even know a musician that's playing what they started out playing. So I would hope that a lot of these cats that's playing bass would switch and, you know, pick up piano or something. Because I need to get some more gigs.
Okay, so look, if somebody wanted to hire you, you got like social media or something?
Clifford C.J. Jones at, what is Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clifford C.J. Jones on Facebook.
Instagram? For those
Clifford C.J. Jones, Instagram.
Okay.
Email cjjones183 at Gmail. I mean, just or call you.
Yeah, or leave a message.
because
Leave
you
a
can-
message.
You can catch me.
Yeah, leave a message, yeah, folks. The man is good. He's a solid bass player. And with that said, man, like I said, I'd like to thank you for coming to the basement and just play us a little something out, man, so we can let you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
CJ Jones, folks.